I wanted to talk about shooting on extreme angles because this is a stand right here that definitely goes from kind of a normal opportunity to an extreme angle as this ridge falls down. And hunting ridges is pretty popular during the rut. But this same thing applies to if you're out west and you're hunting in steep terrain, whether you're shooting uphill or extreme angles down. The main thing that you've got to do is you've got to focus on your anchor position first when you draw your bow back. You anchor first, adjust your head so the tip of your nose is on the string. You're looking perfectly through that peep sight. You're centering your peep sight and your scope housing. And from there, it's all about using your waist, pivoting at the waist. If you draw down like this, a lot of times your anchor is going to be in a very different position, and you're going to struggle to look through that peep sight. And when your anchor's in a different position, your arrow is going to be in a different position on your face, and that facial pressure can change your impact point. And a lot of people, when they're shooting steep down, they don't adjust their head far enough to look through the peep. So their peep sight and their front scope housing is a little bit off. And if all of a sudden you're a little off like that, then you're really no different than moving your sight incorrectly. So a lot of times when people constantly hit high or constantly hit low, it's because of the front sight, rear sight acquisition, and that gets hard to do if you're just trying to pull that peep back to your eye versus anchoring first, adjusting your head, then pivoting at the waist. So I've got a steep downhiller right here, so I'm just going to show you what I would do. And I know a lot of people say, drawing level and pivoting at the waist with whitetails isn't like feasible because of the added movement. You kind of have to use your judgment on this. If you're able to do it, drawing level and pivot, do it. If not, at least split the difference and focus on the anchor before the peep. So if I had a buck coming down in this deep draw right here, what I would do would be to draw here, anchor, peep, pivot at the waist. The other thing is make sure you have a rangefinder that has angle compensation, because when you are shooting on a very steep incline, the distance isn't the line of sight. The distance is the distance from the base of your tree in a straight horizontal plane to that target. That's what the distance is that your sight would need to be set on, not the line of sight. So think of a triangle like this. If you have a very oblong triangle that's got a long line of sight, but a short horizontal plane to the vertical, that short horizontal is the distance that you'll actually shoot for. A range compensation rangefinder does that trigonometry for you, and it'll take the degree of the angle, it'll deduct the cut percentage, which would be from the line of sight, to give you the total of what you put your sight on. So even though this angle to the bottom of that gully is 30 yards, it's really only 22 from the base of the tree, which is what I'd shoot for. But just get in the habit. Drawing as level as you can, getting your anchor position the same as if you were on flat ground, adjusting so that you're looking through the peep, and pivot at the waist to the target, and you'll always be on point.